If your business has customers in multiple different states, things can get complicated. You may be wondering, how do I know which states I need to hold a seller's permit in? Which states do I need to collect and remit sales tax? And how do I obtain so many different permits? We're going to tackle all of this today. I am going to break down what is a seller's permit, who needs one, and how it works when you are selling to customers across the United States in different states. I am also going to show you the best tool that you can use to simplify the process and obtain seller's permits in multiple different states in just a few minutes. Before we get started, today's video is sponsored by Tailor Brands. Tailor Brands is an all-in-one solution for your business. Tailor Brands is the world's only comprehensive one-stop shop for small business owners, making the process of creating and running a business simple, streamlined, and easily manageable. The platform of guided tools includes LLC services, EIN, domain, website, logo builder, merch, trademark, and much more, enabling business owners to start, manage, and grow their businesses with efficiency, ease, and confidence. Because we're talking about seller's permits today, I want to let you know that Tailor Brands has the best tools for obtaining multiple seller's permits. If you are someone who is selling to customers that are in multiple different states, you're going to need to make sure that you have seller's permits registered and that you're filing and remitting sales tax for each state where you are required to do so. Now, completing an application and obtaining a seller's permit in your one state where your business is registered might seem like a simple process, but it gets incredibly complicated once you have to submit multiple applications to many different states here in order to be compliant with all of the different states that your customers are purchasing from. Those of you who are online sellers, this can be incredibly frustrating to have to fill out this many detailed applications over and over again with essentially the same business information being entered into a complicated application over and over again. Now, don't worry, because there is an easy fix for what seems like a really complicated process. Now, Tailor Brands is going to have you complete one simple form, and with that form, they are then going to apply for you to multiple different states, streamlining the process and making it easy and efficient for you. They are going to handle the preparation, the filing, and the follow-up. This is going to create an easy, simplified, and streamlined process for you. First, what is a seller's permit? Before we go any further, whether or not you need one, you need to understand what it is. A seller's permit can often be referred to as a resale license. Because each state has its own unique laws and language pertaining to seller's permits and the sales of tangible goods and the taxes that are involved with them, every state is different. Generally speaking, a seller's permit is a business license that allows your business to sell products within that specific state and collect and remit sales tax from those product sales. Those who hold a seller's permit are going to be required to file sales and use tax returns to their state on their assigned reporting schedule. Seller's permits are issued on the state level, so therefore this means that each state has a unique set of laws regarding who needs a seller's permit and what you need to do once you have a seller's permit. This includes things like the rate of taxes that you need to collect and remit, how often and where you will file your sales and use tax returns, and how to keep your business compliant and keep your license up to date. So how do you know which state you need to hold a seller's permit in? Generally speaking, if your business was formed in a specific state, you hold a business license, you registered your LLC, then you are going to need to apply for a seller's permit within that state if you are selling products that are subject to sales tax. Additionally, you will also need to hold a seller's permit in each other state where you hold Nexus. Nexus is a term which basically means an established business presence, where you are either holding a physical business address, housing your inventory, or transacting sales with customers. Once again, every state has different laws in terms of defining nexus. Now, most states will define economic nexus in terms of how many transactions you transact within that year, as well as a threshold of total dollar amount in sales. For example, the state of California requires that if your business engages in 3 or more sales of tangible products within the year, that you are required to hold a seller's permit and file and remit sales and use tax returns. California also has physical nexus laws. If an out-of-state business holds a physical location such as an office, a distribution center, or a warehouse or storeroom, has a business affiliate within California, has a person working for their business. Additionally, for out-of-state businesses, if they make $500,000 or more in sales in the year to California purchasers, then they have established economic nexus and are required to hold a California seller's permit and file and pay sales and use tax returns. Now, once you have obtained your seller's permit, it's incredibly important that you understand what you need to do to stay compliant afterwards. Now, each state is going to have their own unique laws regarding what is required to stay compliant and what actions you need to take as a business to be in good standing with your seller's permit. Generally speaking, most states are going to require you to file and pay sales tax returns with them on your assigned reporting schedule. In some cases, this will be annually, in others it may be semi-annually, and in some cases quarterly. Additionally, you're going to be required to keep business financial records. Some form of record keeping is going to be required in order to track your transactions, your sales, and the tax that is coming in from those purchases from your customers. Lastly, you're going to be required to track Nexus in other states where you have customers purchasing. And as you start to approach that threshold for Nexus in other states, you will need to obtain seller's permits there. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click the link in the description down below and obtain your seller's permit with Tailor Brands.